Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this new series. This is one I have been looking forward to doing for quite a long time. It is, of course, not Germany, not Japan, not Russia, not even a nation that starts on that front page. It is, however, the mighty German East Asia, led by Helmut von Muck. We are paternal autocrats. We are a puppet, I think, of Germany, which is going to be an interesting play system. The colonial question, recruitable population plus 5%, recruitable population factor minus 85. The amount of manpower a land-based arm can recruit is severely limited. Strict regulations regarding foreign nationals joining and a general lack of willingness by the natives stifles our attempts to build a larger force. The Grand Admiral. Naval doctrine research speed plus 10%. That's pretty cool. As the governor of German East Asia and the Grand Admiral of the East Asian Fleet, Helmut von Muck is an extremely influential figure within the region. With his experience in the Navy, he is a boon to the German colonial effort, and he wields vast amounts of power. And the Ausrichsrat der Ostasiatische Generalverwaltung, which is a faction I've never heard of, gives us a max volunteer force divisions of plus 5. Through the AOG, we have vital economic rights in 4 important Chinese coastal cities, Guangzhou, Jianmen, Wenzhou, and Nanfang, and we will defend them. And we also have minus 12 consumer goods factories. That's pretty good. Alright, let's do this. Mouse is off-center again. Oh, of course it is. Give me a second and I will see it fixed. And it is fixed. Alright, let's see what German East Asia is all about. Status of the Admiralty. Already starting on a very strong footing. We have the Ostasian Force, which is getting guns and stuff from Germany. Actually, quite a few. A German force, mutually exclusive with use the locals. Recruitable population plus 5%, recruitable population factor minus 90. Division recovery rate plus 10. Division attack plus 20. Training time 20. Max planning 25. Special forces capacity 25. Special forces minimum capacity plus 10. Removes the colonial question national focus. So, yeah, we lose... Okay, so it's basically 5% worse recruitment in exchange for a massive bonus to combat ability. Research bonus for land doctrine. This focus will mobilize the military police regiments within the region to fighting status. Focus request elite regiments be dispatched to the Deutsch Ostasien to bolster our armed forces. Or we can use the locals, which will replace colonial question with the local dynamic, which will give us more recruitable populations. That goes down to 60 penalty rather than the 85. Division recovery goes down, division attack and defense goes down. Incorporate the forces allowed to the local leaders to bolster armed forces. This one goes to the German standard, so recruitable population improves even further to 40%, and we lose some of the penalties from use the locals. And then finally, breach the language barrier. No, that was that one. Formal rights of service, incorporates forces, and land doctrine. I'm looking forward to the German force. That's going to be like a super elite group. That's going to be really, really cool. One thing SFO got released yesterday, in case you didn't know. Yes, I already knew. But I already have a Total War game running, so I didn't really want to start a new one. Singapore Flying Corps. Some new factories there. That's good to know. Paratroopers, free planes, Naval Air Corps. Research bonus for radar. The Grand Fleet. Pretty sure that's going to be irrelevant. Fiscal Authority. Replace Black Monday. So this is going to be the industrial. So it's going to be a Fiscal Authority or collaborate with local elites. So Fiscal Austerity gives us a bunch of... Oh no, this just improves the... Gets over the penalties. Austerity budget. Political power goes down. Stability goes down. Construction speed goes down. Oh, for a year. Gain a bunch of free forts, gain political power, gain even more forts and some stability. Civilian factories, industrial research. Or we can collaborate with the local elites, so colonial tumult is replaced with colonial instability, but I guess we keep Black Monday. So if we do this one, we never get rid of the colonial tumult. Malaya solution, stability, stability. Removes colonial instability. Removes Black Monday. Gives me a building slot. Black Monday takes a lot longer to recover from. It takes 400 days. National Spirit helps small businesses, which grants production efficiency and a new building slot, and then 2 new 4. So, Fiscal Authority is crap compared to this one. Non-core manpower, that's going to be really good for us. German advisors, non-core manpower even higher, war support. Yeah, we definitely want to go collaborate with local elites if we can. It'll take us longer to do, but it has more advantages. And then new Admiralty. This is where all of our industrial stuff comes in. So that's going to be level 2 infrastructure minimum. There's another research slot. We start with 3, so we can go up to 4. Oh, it's going to be magnificent compared to China. More buildings, even more forts. Wow, we are super heavily fortified. Ground bombing targeting. Oh. Ride of the Valkyries will greatly reduce our casualties rate from hostilities. We're Vikings! Middle Africa has completed the focus helicopter ambulances. Interesting. Trickle back plus 20%, experience loss minus 10. I like it. I like it. And then develop Sing Tao, gets some more building slots, some more forts, more building slots. Intervene more strongly in Nanjing crisis. We definitely want to do that as soon as we can. League of 8 provinces at war with the left Kuomintang, so we want to get that one early. Invest in the concessions. Punish Yunnan. Oh, this is where we declare war on Yunnan, so that's why the AI did that. Tighten grip on the concessions. League of the 8 provinces gets event transferring concessions. Secure the legation cities. Germany and Asia declares war on the legations. Oh, interesting. Qing gets ties with Ostasian, Sino-German cooperation. So here we want to try and help Qing. Alright, then let's take a look at the navy stuff. I guess we probably should. Local elites releases puppets. Oh. Why did you say that? Or is that done through events? Is that what that means? Fortress Asia, yeah, it will be. Keep fingers crossed that Middle Africa doesn't just die. Well, they didn't in the previous game. Doesn't say it there, but it does release part of Vietnam as a puppet. Oh, that sucks. Right, Navy experience, political power, fleet and being versus command at sea versus aviation school. So that's trade interdiction, that's fleet and being. We're almost certainly going to go fleet and being. Battleships. A powerful battleship under construction, the SMS Neckar will become our new flagship. It will take some time to finish, however. New fleet will be formed to join the East Asian fleet. Fleet being command of the sea, so that's going to be destroyer. 2 new colonial battle cruisers, which will be that way. Oh, and that's heavy cruisers. No, I like heavy cruiser models. New fleet will be formed to join the East Asian fleet. It'll take them some time to complete. So, command of the sea actually gives you the most. Oh no, fleet and being. You can get that one either way. Deviating from the orthodox doctrine of the Kaiserreich Marine, this may bring you trouble. A new battle cruiser under construction will be converted to a flat-top ship. This will take some time. Whoa! 6 more dockyards! Okay, that's pretty strong. Submarine production costs, destroyer production cost, trade convoy production cost. That's cool. More fortifications. Factory, construction, fort construction, marines, factory. Oh, jungle ability. That's going to be really useful. War support, division defense on core territory, plus 20%. Then rule of the Pacific. Number of ships in first contacts, plus 10%. That's huge. Capital ship armor, naval air targeting from carriers, plus 10. Nice. Okay, these are some pretty nice focuses. But we must begin with the status of the Admiralty. With the annexation of the French colonies and the incorporation of the British territories, German East Asia is a colonial authority unique in its control by Grand Admiral Helmuth von Mucke and the Ostasian Fleet. We must review the status of our continuing mission to protect the colonies from outside aggressors and how best this can be achieved. This is going to be a big change of pace from playing a Chinese country with no navy. Yep. Okay, research. Definitely starting with technology, although we do start in a fairly decent position with that, because we already have electronic engineering. Construction, and I guess production. No. I might actually go doctrine. Let's go with doctrine. We're going to have super elite forces, which kind of discounts mass assault. We could do mobile warfare. Jungles, though. And we're going to be fighting against Chinese soldiers, which is mass manpower. And we do have, actually, we're going to have an enormous planning bonus. So Grand Battle Plan with that wouldn't actually be a bad combination. Yeah, Tommy K raided us earlier, which was pretty nice. Oh, and I missed some stuff. I am sorry about that. Whoa, I missed quite a lot. Leon Bastos, 7-tier me, Zebo, Slavboy, and Topiz. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. And Striker, I am very sorry that I missed those bits earlier. Thank you very much for that as well. Very much appreciate it. Running around in China with the 11-ish volunteer divisions you can send is good fun. Especially as they're going to be as powerful as they are. The problem with volunteers is you can't always necessarily do plans. What's the state of my industry? We're actually going to have a really good industry, especially if I can keep the League of Eight Provinces alive, which I'm going to invest very heavily in doing. Actually start with a surplus of 5,000 guns. It's quite nice. 16 civies. Only 4 militaries. Probably won't invest very much in Air Force. Although we are up to date. We do have a nice navy. We have a very nice navy. Let's bring you all home so I can decide what I want to do with you. Now, where is home? Because we do have Tsingtao up here. And of course we have down here. Let's put you in Tsingtao. Tsingtao the capital? What is the capital? Singapore. Actually, Singapore is the place where we're going to keep the ships. I won't exactly say it's central, but it's a pretty good location. Okay. Right, and we're also a puppet. So Germany's going to be using my manpower. I'm also going to be drawn into any war that they're in. Yep. Although the more that I do, the more freedom I can gain. Well, I would say that upgrading this area is probably going to be the best thing that we can do. We can get oil from here, so we are going to be an oil producer. We should get quite a few factories from... I was going to say we're going to get a lot of factories from Germany for selling rubber, but that's not necessarily true. Jacob Aston, thank you very much for the bits. A donation for Cheese Cult. Thank you very much for that. And I just realised cheese sounds like cheese. For the cheese cult. I just got back from the Netherlands and came back with a suitcase full of Dutch cheese. It's amazing. I wish Ground Battle Plan wasn't so nerfed. Yeah, I agree with that. They nerfed it for no real reason. It was strong, but it wasn't that strong. GA has a national spirit that lets them send 11 volunteers at the start. And Chibi, thank you very much for the bits as well. Cheese Cult is still searching for Billy. Yeah, we never did find Billy, did we? Is my leader that guy from The Office? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Oh, what's his name? The American Office, to clarify, because there's a British one as well. Famous actor. Whose name I have no idea. Steve Carell, that's the one. Steve Carell. Right, the other thing we should check is our doctrine. So light tanks, light tanks, light tanks, which would kind of say probably not for mechanized forces. Although we do get much cheaper. Ooh, amphibious landing vehicle production cost reduction. Now, amphibious landing, do they count as vehicles? I mean, obviously they count as vehicles. They are vehicles, but do they? What bonuses do they get? Let's go look that up. High 4 units. Because if they benefit from both special forces and vehicles stuff, then they're actually more powerful than I realized. Mobile battalions, mechanized. They're not mechanized. They're not actually in this list. Because how much do they count as Marines and how much do they count as mechanized? Amtrak War. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. But the question is, how do I make the Amtraks as strong as possible? Because we're not going to be able to get them until 41, which is fine. And we do also have these. Do they count as light tanks? In terms of research and design companies? They might. I kind of like that idea, actually. It's not something I've ever really done. Could rush it. Could try. I wouldn't actually be that surprised if we have focuses that allow us to do that. They would be... here? No. They would be all the way down here, wouldn't they? Marines. Jungle combat training, all legged units. So that's only on foot soldiers. Yeah, we don't actually get a bonus to mechanized production at all. So far as I can tell. Armor, breakthrough, and max speed. That's just the, like, bog standard armor bonus. Light tank, SP, tank destroyer, anti-air, or armor, max speed, and defense. I think I'd go breakthrough and max speed. And that's all armor. That's not specifically light tanks. Notably. We'll need to work out our naval doctrine too. This gives fighters range. We'll probably go for that one. This is interesting. Production cost reduction for the amphibious landing vehicles. I think this is probably what we will do. They've got to count as mechanized. The light amphibious tank is a light tank. The improved one's a medium tank. Amtraks are mechanized. So they benefit from mechanized bonuses then? Which would suggest... Grand Battle... No, not Grand Battle Plan, the other one. Mobile warfare. Funnily enough, searching for Helmuth von Mucke on Google Images brings up Steve Carell as the first image result. That's funny. Desperate defense could also help with manpower. True, but if we're using mechanized, then we shouldn't be going through manpower very quickly. I actually suspect that the majority of our manpower is going to go to the fleet. Which does mean we need to be a little bit careful with air power. So we might well want to use heavy fighters just so we're more... oh, we lose less. Alright, we're going to go mobile warfare. We're going to try that. Oops. I need to cancel it. I do want to cancel that one though. It does mean that early on we're going to be a bit rubbish. Oh well. Malaya can build some more factories. You can build a lot of factories. I know. I'm going to play this without benefit of foresight. I know that there's an attack coming, but I'm going to pretend I don't. Actually, I will upgrade you first. 12 civilian factories. That's not too bad. Not gonna get... that's a point. I don't know what ships we have. We do have a light carrier. We have 3 light carriers. Huh. Wow, that's a lot of subs. Crikey. Well, we'll wait until those arrive before I decide exactly what I want to produce. Then in terms of dockyards... I don't have a huge amount of steel. I don't want to start importing steel from the start. So I think I'll probably just start making some light destroyers. That does not seem too bad. It's got anti-sub. It doesn't have sonar is the only thing, but we can easily enough add sonar. Let's build a couple of them. And then the only other thing we need to do is select all of our troops. Wow, okay, we have more holdings than I realised. We've got all these bloody islands out here. Okay. That's fine.
Angetreten.
Well, I definitely want the Marines in one army. And we'll work out who the commanders are later. Then... this is going to be the Malaya garrison. Brunei garrison. Vietnam garrison. China garrison. Little island garrison. And that's all of them. Oh no, it's not. How was that? We have Zhanjiang? How did I never notice that as League of 8 provinces? In that case, we do technically have an offensive arm. And we have only one guy, Prince Oscar von Prosen, who's actually decent. Promotion cost reduction, which is why he's in charge. However, he does have the leader gain reduction. We do have another gentleman here who you may have heard of. A guy called Erwin Rommel. Rommel? Owen Rommel. Who is also really cheap to promote. He starts out as a trickster. I might well make him an admiral as well. Hermann Voigt Rushvein. Brilliant strategy might actually be a bit better as a field marshal. Because the brilliant strategist leads to the aggressive assaulter. So, Oscar von Preußen is going to be my defensive field marshal, then I think Rushrain's going to be the offensive. Rommel I might even make in command of my marines. Waldeck, planning speed, chance to get wounded. Everyone's got these experience debuff. Oh no, we have an invader already. Friedrich Kessinger is going to be our marine commander. We have a cavalry commander, that's cool. Oh, we have another one. We have 2 marine commands.
Zuhören.
Oops.
Achtung!
What happened to the other marines?
Angetreten.
Oh, they accidentally got selected. That's what.
Zuhören.
So this is going to be Kessinger.
Angetreten.
We're going to need to promote Rushvey at some point.
Bereit zum
This is going to
Ausrücken.
be Oscar von Preußen.
Zuhören.
And now I'm going to need to start naming these armies after where they are. So this is going to be this Malaya command.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
This is going to be the Brunei command. Borneo, technically.
Zuhören.
This is going to be the Vietnam command. Vietnam.
Bereit.
This is going to be Tsingtao. Which makes an excellent
Ihre
beer.
Befehle.
This is going to be
Ihre Befehle.
Bismarck.
Ihre Befehle.
And then this is going to be
Bereit.
the League command.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Now, can I merge any of these together? I suspect that all of the island commands I can merge.
Achtung.
So Bismarck
Achtung.
and Borneo.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
We're going to merge.
Bereit.
All of the others are far enough apart where I probably shouldn't.
Befehle.
Wow. Really? 14 divisions required to defend that? Okay.
Zuhören.
Tsingtao, I probably don't need quite this many here. No, I don't need that many. So you're going to move to Vietnam. So are you.
Achtung.
And this is going to be the island command. God, this is going to be horrible. I'm not going to bother defending the little islands unless they have resources. Which they don't. There was something out here had resources. You do. How can I guard this? Oh, I'm still in debug mode. Or is it French? No, it is mine. I just couldn't click on it for some reason. Oh, probably because I was in resource mode. No other resources out there, so that's pretty much irrelevant. You're saying you need 11 divisions as well. Bloody hell.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
And then the League. I'm going to say that you don't need these troops either. So this is going to be another unit for Vietnam.
Angetreten.
You can guard that. Alright. Vietnam's going to get the best general, seeing as you are the one who is most likely to get in trouble. Rommel.
Ihre Befehle.
Malaya is an important region.